Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Crow. And yeah, Amber Heard was apparently in a film, and I had no idea. I guess there were like trailers that released last month, and I still like had no idea that she had a new movie that was coming out. And I guess it's like a horror demon possession movie, except the kid's not actually possessed, and Amber Heard is the good doctor, the truth teller, who's trying to tell the truth, and nobody will listen to her. And yeah, so I figured why not talk about it. Before we begin, guys, do me a favor. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Drop a like on the video, and please help share it. Help the channel grow. This is the opening box office. I mean, listen, man, listen. $21,000. Well, bravo, everybody. Bravo. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. Listen, there's no coming back for Amber Heard. And actually, I'll actually roll that back a little bit. I could actually see a scenario in which Amber Heard, because here's the thing, like as much as people don't like her, men are forgiving of women, no matter how awful and nasty they've been in the past. If they genuinely apologize and admit that they fucked up, most guys will be like, okay, fine, look, I get it. Like that's the thing. We're not irrationally emotional most of the time. I don't think the women will ever forgive this forgive this lady. And I think her supporters, no matter what happens, will always support her. But like obviously, there's not that many, or there are, and they just don't have any money. But like I could see a scenario in which the psychotic wench that is Amber Heard actually apologizes for the things she did to Johnny Depp, is genuinely remorseful, and actually works her way back into the public. Instead, there is this like outright denial that she ever did anything wrong. Whenever anyone talks about her, they talk about her in this like garbage way of, oh gosh, she was crucified by a public that just doesn't understand victims, you know, and I think that aggravates people even more now because we all saw it. We all watched the trial. Like everything was presented to us. If you were more in depth on it, you saw all the stuff that was excluded from the trial, more from Johnny Depp's side. And it actually makes you hate this person, like on a visceral level. When you see her, you are filled with like righteous indignation. And obviously there's no like, oh, we're just going to move on with our lives like nothing ever happened. That's obviously not going to work. $21,184 on your opening box office. Yeah, In the Fire director was blown away by Amber Heard, a fearless truth teller. She's, God, this is what I mean. How like you're trying to promote this movie, okay? And you're trying to promote it by telling everybody about how Amber Heard is a fearless truth teller. Jesus, man, like I just do a movie. Like Amber Heard should just do a movie where she is the villain, right? Like the actual villain. That would, because people already hate her. People already hate her. I just, this is dumb. This was very stupid. And you know, obviously you got to say what you got to say to promote your film, but at the same time, I genuinely believe that this Connor Allen idiot actually believes the garbage that comes out of his mouth, because there are plenty of people that outright refuse to accept the very notion that Amber Heard abused Johnny Depp. It doesn't matter what evidence you present to them. They do not care. They will not listen. And they'll simply scream that you're the ones who have been manipulated. Like cult-like behavior over a D-tier actress. D-tier actress. Actually, here's the crazy thing. I watched the trailer for this thing, okay? I watched it because I was like, okay, what's this movie actually about? And it was good when they didn't focus on her at all. Because, like, all I see is a domestic abuser when I look at this woman. That's all I see. Look at the like to dislike ratio on this. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even know this movie was coming out. This is channel 2.44 million subscribers, right? Movie trailer source, which again, it's just showing you trailers. It's not supportive of Amber Heard or anything. They're just showing you a movie trailer. It's what the channel is. 451 likes, 2.4 thousand dislikes. And like, I didn't know about, I'm sure that there's probably others that are just as awful, but truly a masterpiece. I will never forget the scene when Amber says, "This is the day you will always remember as the day you almost ambered Amber Heard," and then ambered away, without a doubt, one of the best movies made in 2023. I so love the scene where she steps on a bee. Based on her dark personality, this is a good movie for her to be in. Jesus, man. Listen. If you made a horror movie in which Amber Heard is straight up the villain, okay, it probably would do okay. It might actually do okay. Just do a movie in which Amber Heard is married to a much more famous and successful person and actively tries to destroy their lives. Okay. All right. I gotta stop. Like, some of these comments are actually really funny. Okay, they're really fucking funny. And you just have to check it out. Actually, check out any of the videos. Okay, any video trailers you can find, just go to the comment section. People are roasting this woman. I'm not gonna say how dare she. This is all she knows how to do. Okay, and there are plenty of people within the film industry who legitimately have no moral values whatsoever and do not care. Like, they straight up do not care. They never have cared. As far as they're concerned, if the woman says it happened, it happened. If she says it didn't happen, it didn't happen. That's all they need. Okay, you could present phone calls, you could present text messages, you could have other eyewitnesses all come forward and say, yeah, look, she hit him. She can say she hit him because she has. She's admitted to doing it, okay? When she thought that she wasn't being recorded, she admitted to doing these things. And still, here we are, okay? Here we fucking are. It blows my mind, okay? Like, I'm not trying to be like, hyperbolic with this one, okay? I'm really not. Like, I could say much worse things about Amber Heard than I'm saying right now. I promise you guys. But, like, this is what happens when you surround yourself with people that only validate the trash that's going on in your own head. Okay, I'm sure that if she had people that were willing to act, but like, who would want to? She's psychotic. She will hit you. Like, she'll hit you. So what's the point? Okay. All right. I waited long enough. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this article. In the Fire director was blown away by Amber Heard, a fearless truth teller. Filmmaker Connor Allen talks his new demonic possession film starring Heard, which was shot just before the trial and led to his actors being harassed. I mean, okay, all right. To be fair, you could argue, well, he started doing this film well before the trial. But, like, I guess at a certain point, you're already in the hole. So maybe this Connor guy is just realizing, hey, I'm already kind of fucked. Like, there's no way I can reshoot this entire movie. I already cast her. She's probably already been, like, paid or whatever. Like, I don't know how that part of it works. But in terms of, like, the actors being harassed, well, one, what do you mean by that? Okay, because I think the only person you could probably convince me was quote-unquote harassed would be Amber Heard. But given she is a psychotic domestic abuser, I don't know if I can actually muster the ability to care. Like, what, somebody sent her a death threat? Yeah, don't do that. But also, don't hit your spouse. Also, don't shit in their bed. Also, don't, like, destroy their lives with false allegations. All of that is dramatically worse to me than like, you getting some anonymous hate mail. You know what I mean? In terms of like other people that signed on to the project, I mean, listen, I watched that trailer. I don't recognize anybody that's in that trailer. Okay, so for a lot of these people, this might be like, hey, you know, I just signed on to do this job. I'm contracted to do it. I can't back out. I had no idea. There are a lot of people who supported Johnny Depp, who thought going into that trial, Amber Heard was going to win. There was a lot of people who were very neutral going into that trial who thought Amber Heard was going to win. There were many people who had no understanding about any of the context for anything, who just assumed Amber Heard was going to win. And it was just like face planting on pavement how bad it went. Demonic possession is all the rage in Hollywood. This year alone, we've been haunted by what? I didn't even see that one. Attachment, Evil Dead Rise. That was not a good movie. Talk to Me. It had a good premise, but a terrible ending. It Lives Inside. I don't know if I saw that one. Run, Rabbit, Run. I did not like that one. The Nun 2. I mean, it was okay. Hell, they even rebooted The Exorcist with Ellen Burstyn and cast none other than Russell Crowe as a boozy Italian man of the cloth who locks horns with Al Diavolo. I still need to go see The Exorcist. Some people tell me it's really good. I don't know. I went to go see Saw 10 instead. I love the Saw movies. I'll be honest with you. There are some demonic possession films I think are really well done. But like a lot of them just aren't. On the surface, it has all the trappings of a traditional demonic possession thriller. In the 1890s, a young boy in a remote South American town, Martin, is believed to be possessed by the devil. Strange things happening, from plagues to fires to murders, and the community places all the blames on the tiny shoulders of a bug-eyed boy who some time ago trampled his mother to death on horseback. Okay, so here's my thing, right? Like, she goes to the town. This is more like an issue with the movie. She goes to the town. This kid's like murdered his mom, and apparently is like making threats to everybody else in the town. And it's the 1890s. Like, man, you can give me all this. He's just a child, but like, you know, rather than whatever. Okay, so with nowhere left to turn, Grace Burnham, an alienist from New York, is summoned to assess the boy and determine if he is in fact possessed, or it's the town folk who've lost their marbles. Rather than mollify the mob, however, Grace's presence enrages them further. They tear off her clothes, hold her down, and whip her in public square while chanting "witch" and demanding she repent for what, who knows. I love how Rolling Stone is like all in on this one. Like they are terrible. That's why I wanted to read this article. And the alienist here is played by Amber Heard, who knows a thing or two about angry mobs, having been subject to a virulent, relentless harassment campaign during her recent Virginia trial with famous ex-husband Johnny Depp. Oh, the poor sweet victim. Oh my gosh, I'm tears in my eyes already. It is, in fact, not a coincidence at all that I saw in her strengths that were paralleled by the character of Grace in the movie. Nor did I think it was a coincidence that she read it and closely connected with it. I think she mostly connected with the idea of playing some little asshole who kills his own mother. That seems more like Amber Heard territory. Alan tells Rolling Stone she's been facing public backlash from her marriage to Johnny Depp since she filed for divorce. In this movie, the main character is a fearless truth teller whose convictions get her dragged through the public square, whipped and beaten. And that is what I see in Amber. I see a fearless truth teller who's, oh my God, whose convictions have gotten her in the 2022-2023 version of that, which is getting dragged through social media on a global epic scale. Well, you know, here's the thing. And I genuinely, I have to ask, in the movie, is Grace actually a witch? Did she actually deserve it? Okay, like, because then I have to like take back all of my criticism. Because here's the thing, Amber Heard is actually a domestic abuser. Why the fuck are you doing this, dude? Why the fuck did you think that this was a good idea? Because Rolling Stone would write a glowing piece about you? Jesus Christ, man. You know, look what it got you. Look what it got you. $21,000. 21,000. How much did it cost to make this movie? 1.5 million. What was this? Prior to EFM, the film's producers. I tried to find it. I couldn't find any concrete sources, but they said it's like estimated that it cost them 1.5 million. So like, way to take a fucking bath on that one. Way to take a fucking bath on that one. Jesus. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Like, oh my goodness. Well, I don't know what you were thinking. Like, I honestly don't know what you're thinking. The rest of this kind of turns into a whole statement on how fucking awful the treatment of Amber Heard was, and how, she was so sweet and she was a truth teller. Like, I've seen this game get played. It obviously did not make you any money, and you're wrong. So, like, what was the point? To disgrace yourself? During the trial, pro-Depp troll accounts launched daily attacks against Heard, as well as seemingly anyone who would post favorably of her, and spread selectively edited courtroom clips. Oh my God, I can't. Selectively edited courtroom clips. The entire trial was being live streamed. The entire trial. I was there in Nick Rekieta's fucking chat as he was watching the entire goddamn trial. Okay, I hate these garbage statements. Okay, I really do. I absolutely despise them because they sit there and go, "It was selectively edited." Actually, if you got the full context, bro, the full context makes it worse. Okay, the full context of that trial makes it fucking worse. Selectively edited clips. Jesus, man, I can't. I remember watching Rekieta's channel. 70,000 plus concurrent viewers watching that trial. Okay, they lie to themselves and they lie to you, gaslighting you about things that happened that you were a part of. I love how they actually quote Bot Sentinel. Bot Sentinel, a research group that monitors. It's one fucking guy. And the dude was like hilariously posting, like, you're going to talk about selectively editing shit and then quote Bot Sentinel. Okay. Bot Sentinel has a terrible history, an awful history, and was being run by a guy who was like hardcore defensive of Amber Heard, like she was sucking his dick or something. I don't know, man. I can't. Please, I can't. You guys, you get it. You get the point of this video. You get the point of this article. Like, you want to read the whole thing? Go ahead and do it. Give Rolling Stone the pity clicks that they're so desperate for. But like, man, oh fucking man. I am so happy this movie has bombed, and I hope that I hope that they cast her again. Okay, because at a certain point, you obviously don't care. You obviously want to lose your money, and by all means, do it. Do it. You obviously want to disgrace yourself, so by all means, do it. Enjoy yourselves. Fuck off. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, literally, this article is nothing more than a pro Amber Heard defense of what happened during the trial. They keep trying to shove this on you. Nobody is buying it, but that's not going to stop them. Okay? They will gaslight you, they will lie to you, and they will never stop doing it at all.